turn to try and answer. And here's Saquon Barkley. And he is off to the races. The 30, the 20. Saquon for 6. Deep to left field. Oh, baby. Put it on the scoreboard. The kid has done it again. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Blue Sports Network of Podcast with late. Right now, I have some technical difficulties, so there's been some lagging going on, so I apologize for that. But how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully you guys can hear me as well. Shout out to my main man, D the Godfather Jefferson. D, if you're there, how's everything with you, man? And salute to the chat while I get everything set. Yeah, my computer right now is lagging.
What's up, everybody?
Hold on, is my computer lagging? I feel like it's a lag. Cause even doing the start of the stream has been a lag. But salute to everybody, man. Salute to Brandon. Salute to G Money. Salute to Jermaine. Salute to D the Godfather Jefferson, Jay Jefferson, Ron, Jermaine. What's good with y'all, man? Apologies for being late, but it looks like my computer was even getting laggy too. So my apologies for being late. Looks like LA is up 13. But what's going on? Yeah, salute, Jermaine. Salute.
All right, guys. Murray gets the ball to Harris, and Harris goes inside. He gets blocked by Dwight Howard. What? Wasn't that a foul on it was a good block, but it looked like a foul. Ball's not 6 seconds to shoot for the Nuggets. Mason Plumlee with the ball. And Plumlee with the dunk inside and knocks Danny Green all across the floor. 41-53. Lakers still up by 12 points. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in this half. Here comes LeBron James with the ball. LeBron out on the wing. LeBron gets the ball up to Markieff Morris. Back over to LeBron. LeBron with Jeremy Grant on the defense. LeBron goes down inside and going to be a blocking foul, and LeBron off the glass and scores. So 14-point lead. All right, guys. So Lakers up by 14. Don't mean much to this Denver team. Going down is not a problem. So people better realize that. They went down 3-1 to the Utah Jazz. They went down 3-1 to the Los Angeles Clippers. So being down doesn't fluster this team. This team is going to be in there for the fight. Lakers looking real good though right now. They're up by 14 points on the Denver Nuggets. 6 minutes, 12 seconds into the half. So we're on a commercial break, and I know a lot of you guys see my video. So, and I don't, I make predictions, guys, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have a horse in this race. I just think that the Lakers are gonna tank this one. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just got a text from a friend of mine. Your boy's going down, and I told him that's not my boys. I just made a prediction on it. I called them a dark horse team, and I think that they could upset the Lakers. But let's be honest about it. The Lakers are favored for a reason, right? So it's no shame for me. I don't have to run if the underdog loses. I just got to come and say, hey, I picked the underdog and I went wrong. So, but it's only game one. It's still in a half. Plenty of game left. This is the NBA, 14 points. Not that much. We've seen the Lakers blow bigger leads than that for sure. So.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
I got my other computer on. Hold on right quick.
Can you guys hear me in the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, can you guys hear me? Again, salute to Freddie Gee as well, man. Salute to you.
Sound pretty clear to me.
All right, cool. It's just been my computer was lagging that whole time when I was trying to get the camera in terms of the whole green screen, trying to get it lit and all that. So I don't know what happened. Even when I was trying to get this thing loaded, it was lagging. I don't know what's going on, but being that as it made again, I apologize, guys. But the bottom line is I'm here. I'm a partner in crime, and we're going to give you this basketball game one way or another, man. And salute to D for doing the job he was doing with the chat. All right, man. So, again, salute to everybody. So we got a 14-point lead. I see it got a little bit chippy in the second quarter, but Denver is complaining a little bit to the referee, so they got to stop worrying about that and start playing basketball because they've gotten ice cold from the field, and right now the Lakers have established a 14-point lead. So I've kind of missed most of this game. So, D, if you could, or people in the chat, fill me in on what's going on in this game so far.
Well, the Nuggets started off pretty good. Lakers just, basketball is a game of runs. So they were pretty much even neck and neck. Lakers had like a 4-point lead, and Lakers just went on a 10-point run. So that's where you just came in. But the Denver Nuggets actually ended the first quarter in the lead by 2 points. So, and then the Lakers, they were going back and forth, and Lakers just went on a run here, and that's pretty much all you missed.
All right, cool. Salute to my man, King Julius Caesar. Appreciate you guys. Go subscribe to his channel, man. Does cooking. If you're looking for tips on recipes, also he always does sneakers also. Like, so if you're into getting this like footwear and whether it's lifestyle, basketball, whatever the case may be, that is the man to go to. He even also does sometimes wrestling pay-per-views when he gets the opportunity. So make sure y'all go check out King Julius Caesar. That's my main man right there. Check out the man's channel if you haven't subscribed. So LeBron just got that and one. Damn, my first call of live action in this whole thing. So we got 6:25 remaining in this first half, and
you're behind.
I'm behind.
I didn't cut you off, but you're like 30 seconds behind. I'm at 5:50 something.
All right, no problem.
But I'll go ahead and take on LeBron James. Got Jeremy Grant on him. Pulls up for the jumper. LeBron James can't hit. Millsap chases down the rebound. Danny Green on the defense. Kicks it over to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray with Caruso on the defense. Jamal Murray kicks the ball in the corner, but he gets stolen by Markieff Morris. Over to Caruso. Danny Green for 3. And Danny Green just missed it. Rebound out to Jamal Murray. And a long court pass by Murray. Gary Harris for the 3, and Gary Harris can't hit. And Dwight Howard is fouled by Mason Plumlee. So the Lakers are in the bonus, and 1 for 2, Dwight Howard will go for the line.
All right, guys. So national TV schedule tomorrow is Game 3 between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics at 8:30, and then on Sunday it'll be Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time. And if I'm not busy, we know we're gonna go back to back on these games with the basketball lives with Lewis and D. So, all right. So my man, the white powder at the free throw line. Dwight Howard. He knocks down the first free throw, scores 53-47, 14-point lead. So AD checks in for Markieff Morris, and Alex Caruso, or the Caruso, I should say, sits out. Oh, Dion Waiters is not playing? Oh, wow. He's in street clothes. Did not know he was not. Okay. I thought he would be, at least he would be ready, at least active in his warm-up jacket, but not even. All right, so Dwight Howard at the free throw line, knocks down the second free throw, so he makes 1 out of 2. 15-point lead, 58-43 is the score. Jamal Murray brings the ball up. He's got Rajon Rondo on him, middle of the floor, gets a screen from Jeremy Grant. He looks, he dribbles right, dribbles left, stops, pops, hits a turnaround. Nice shot by Jamal Murray. Gets to his spot, knocks it down. 58-45 is the score, 13-point lead for the Nuggets. Back comes Danny Green. Nice little hesitation move. Goes for the hook shot, but he misses. Rebound is to Jeremy Grant. No, Paul Millsap, excuse me. So he's bringing it up, being guarded by Dwight Howard. Nice spin move, and Dwight Howard, wow. And that's the importance of Dwight Howard, man. Even at his age, the fact that he's altering shots with his defense shows you why he was a big acquisition for the Lakers. All right, oh, beautiful move by Anthony Davis with a beautiful up and under move, and he draws another foul on the Nuggets. Man, these foul calls are piling up for the Nuggets in the second quarter. So he'll go back to the line to shoot free throws. I didn't know Waiters had a groin injury. Okay, that explains it. Thank you for letting me know about that, Jermaine. Julius Caesar says LeBron mania. Okay. You make it seem like he's Hulk Hogan. And
I tell you, LeBron James is going to have a sore ankle tomorrow. Might even stiffen up on him now while he's on the bench because he rolled that ankle pretty good. He jumped right up. I'm telling you, man, that's why people say LeBron James on drugs, because anybody else roll their ankle like that, they'll be out for a second, maybe half a quarter or something. LeBron got right up. 2 plays later, hit a dunk. So both free throws made by the Lakers in the biggest lead of the game so far, 15-point lead. We have a whistle here. Might be a foul on Dwight or Rondo.
I think it might be on Dwight.
All right, so Garrett Harris gets the ball into Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray got Danny Green on the defense. Murray dribbles around Danny Green, goes behind the back, gets the foul, puts the ball up, and it doesn't go in, but he pulls the foul on Danny Green. Denver Nuggets in the bonus, so Jamal Murray will go to the line for 2. 15-point game. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in this half.
All right, guys, if you're wondering why my hair is yellow, that's just the lettering on the background, so don't worry about that. My hair's not changing yellow. It's all black, so it's all good. So that's just the sunny side of L.A. We in L.A. in the bubble. And Florida, especially if you talk about Miami, it's kind of like the East Coast version of L.A. So if you see why it's yellow, it's a lettering on the wall. So, all right, Jamal Murray makes the first free throw. 60-46 is the score. We got 4:22 remaining in this first half. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video for Speaking My Sports Talk and Lewis Sports Network as you guys come in, and make sure to share it on the social media platforms. Appreciate that. Murray knocks down the second, 60-47. Murray's actually on the first half, 15 points from the field. Anthony Davis on the post and decides to try to draw a foul on Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, good defense, didn't fall for the fake. And the rebound is to Paul Millsap. So Millsap gives the ball to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray gets a screen. He gives it to Millsap, loses the ball, but then gets the ball back. Good defense by Rondo. Follows him all the way, tries to strip him, and Millsap just takes him to the basket and scores on the layup. Nice, strong move. And it's 60-49. Got to recognize the mismatch. And looks like we got another foul, and it's going to be on Jamal Murray. Yeah, that's a mismatch.
Yeah, he's way too big and strong for Rondo. Nothing Rondo could do there.
Freddie says Nuggets, Chicken McNuggets, Lakers in 5.
Bro, let me tell you something. You Lakers fans better be happy. When you got Dwight Howard going 100% from the free throw line, I would tell y'all right now, this is not going to keep up. Certain things you just not going to keep seeing. No, I'm not hating on the Lakers here, but Dwight Howard 100% from the free throw line? Okay, he missed one. Oh, nice strip. Nice strip.
Nuggets ball.
All right, 12-point lead, guys. 49-61. The Denver Nuggets, Jokic is in foul trouble. He's on the bench. So the Denver Nuggets can get this under 10, hover around 10. That's a pretty good win for Mike Malone. Porter Jr. shoots the three, and he can't hit. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, here comes Rajon Rondo, man. He's got Gary Harris on him. Dwight Howard sets the screen. He comes off the screen, comes off a second screen, decides to pull up and hit a free throw line jumper, but he misses the shot. Dwight Howard tries to get the rebound, and he draws another foul, and it's going to be on Michael Porter Jr. So the Nuggets again call for another foul. Let's see if there was a foul here on this play. Oh, yeah, Millsap was holding Dwight Howard. What are they complaining about? And then Michael Porter with the follow through. So that was 2 fouls on the play, but that should have been on Millsap. And Clippers blew a 3-1 lead, checks in and says Dwight Howard is a beast. Yeah, I mean, he still is. Dwight Howard makes that free throw. I thought that was going to spin out, but got the fortuitous roll. Something Walt Clyde likes to say, fortuitous. Mr. Dwight Howard at the free throw line, coming in for the second free throw. And what does he do? Wow, he knocks it down. What is going on today? Dwight Howard knocking down free throws. It's gonna be a long night if he's knocking down free throws.
Yeah, really.
All right, Monte Morris with the ball. He gets to the lane. Nice. Oh wow, Mason Plumlee tried to tip it, but he couldn't do it. Here comes Rajon Rondo. Nice pass at Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard with a beautiful layup misses. Anthony Davis misses the follow, and we got another foul on the Denver Nuggets. So the foul's going to be on Jeremy Grant. How many fouls have they called in this quarter against the Nuggets? It feels like they've called.
Well, they called a lot of fouls in the first quarter. The Lakers picked up a lot of fouls, so it looks like they switched roles.
So the referees are trying to even this thing out. I can see it. Yep.
Yeah.
I can see it. If the Nuggets got the calls in the first, Lakers getting in the second. It's all to even it out. AD misses the free throw.
You got Dwight Howard hitting everything, and Davis missing. We're in the twilight zone.
Look at that. Millsap, Jokic, and Murray all got 3 fouls each.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony Davis on the set. Oh, he missed them both. And the Nuggets will get the ball back. 3:01 remaining, 63-49. I got to see that free throw disparity for that first half. This is crazy. Let me see. Take it away, D.
All right. Michael Porter Jr. shoots the 3. He can't hit. Jeremy Grant knocks the ball out of bounds, so it'll be the Lakers' ball.
God damn. Wow. Damn. That's a lot of free throws. LeBron James with the basketball. LeBron James comes around the screen, gives the ball to Anthony Davis, shoots the right corner 3, but he can't hit. Rebound is to Jeremy Grant. 63-49 is the score. 2:26 remaining in this first half. Grant gives the ball to Mason Plumlee, left side of the block. Nice bounce pass to Monte Morris, goes for the layup with the left hand, and he scores. Beautiful play by the Nuggets, 63-51. Back comes Kyle Kuzma running all the way, and he scores off the push shot on the left side of the floor. 65-51 is the score, so the Lakers back up by 14. All right, back come the Nuggets. Here's Monte Morris. All night. Oh, that was terrible defense by the Lakers. Miscommunication by KCP, and Monte Morris gets an easy one, 65-53. So we got a timeout by Frank Vogel. And so 157 remaining in the first half. Score is 65-53 right here in the Orlando bubble game, one of the Western Conference Finals. right here on the Lewis Sports Network and Speak Your Mind Sports Talk Basketball with Lewis and D. D, I just checked this out right now. The Lakers have shot 15 more free throws than the Nuggets. They have 27 attempts, and we're not even through the first half. If they continue to get more calls, along with the Nuggets continuing to foul, we're probably looking at 50 free throws for this game, for tonight's game.
Yeah. Nuggets gonna have to settle down. Conference finals. This team's the first time they're in the conference finals. They got the jitters. One thing about it, man, you see a team that set a NBA record coming back from 2-3-1 deficits. I don't really worry about the first game. I mean, the first game is a feeler game. And like I say, Lakers are favored for a reason, guys. Not like I was hating on the Lakers, even though my video that I put out saying the Nuggets will eliminate the Lakers. I think they will. But even in that video, it's not going to be a sweep. You know what I mean? Which means we're going to see the Lakers win games. And again, it's just early in the series. When you look at LeBron James, Dwight Howard, these guys have playoff experience, right? This is the Denver Nuggets' second time there. So they're going to be more comfortable in the first game. They're going to know what to do, how to play. I think the Nuggets will settle down. I think actually they'll settle down in the second half, but we'll see.
Well, all right, go ahead, dude.
All right, Marquise Morris kicks the ball out to Caldwell Pope. He steps inside for the shot, can't hit. Mason Plumlee comes down with the ball. So up by 12 is the Lakers. Denver with a chance to bring it down to 10 or 9. And Michael Porter Jr. can't hit. And Anthony Davis. So now that's going to be 3 fouls on Michael Porter Jr. So the Denver Nuggets, they do, it looks like at first the Lakers were going to get themselves into quick foul trouble. But guys, the Denver Nuggets have 4 important guys in foul trouble. Murray, Jokic, Paul Millsap, and now Michael Porter Jr. So, watch this, man. Lakers and all of that length. They giving Denver Nuggets seems like some problems here. And Davis misses another free throw. So that's 0 for 3 for Anthony Davis. Now, the Lakers are getting to the free throw line, but in Lakers tradition, they're shooting low 70% right now.
That's the Lakers' 9th missed free throw, and we're only in the first half. All right, AD, a.k.a. me, knocks down the free throw. 53 is the score. Monte Morris with the basketball. Look at that. The Lakers have 21 free throws in this quarter, and they've missed 9. 21-4 advantage. Jeremy Grant gets in the paint, spin move, takes a one-legged fadeaway, and he draws a foul on Kyle Kuzma. 66-53 is the score. I think it's a mixture of, it's probably. I'm guessing they were all shooting fouls. I didn't see. I missed most of the first quarter and some of the second, so I don't know how the fouls were called. From what I'm seeing right now, though, the Nuggets are committing a lot of fouls, though. So there's a lot of shooting fouls.
Ricky E 245. What's up, brother? Jeremy Grant hits the second free throw, so it's 55-66, 11-point game. Here comes LeBron James. Jeremy Grant on the defense. LeBron James finds Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma gets stuck up, almost gets the ball stolen, kicks it back out to LeBron. LeBron at the top of the key. Jeremy Grant on the defense. LeBron drives right down the side, kicks it back out to Caldwell Pope for 3, and Pope can't hit. Monte Morris comes down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball across to the Nuggets. Monte drives right in on Anthony Davis, kicks the ball in the corner to Gary Harris for 3. Bottom of the net, Gary Harris brings the score under 10. 8-point lead by the Lakers and a foul on Caldwell Pope, so he'll go to the line. And I believe that was Gary Harris that fouled Caldwell Pope, so he'll go to the line for 2. But shout out to the Denver Nuggets with Paul Millsap, Joker, and Jamal Murray on the bench, and they brought this game down in 10. So, good hard play by the Denver Nuggets guys, because This is a plus for Mike Malone to have those guys on the bench and be able to work this lead under 10. And, Caldwell Pope might take it back to 10, but I think still a good job by the Nuggets. Not allowing the Lakers to take this game and run with it.
Yeah, that's another missed free throw.
That's another foul.
Another foul. So that'll be free throw attempts 24 and 25 of this quarter, guys. With 38
I think they called it. Oh,
it's not out of bounds. Okay, it's not out of bounds.
I saw a lot of contact. So LeBron threw the ball in.
And it was kicked by Jeremy Grant, so the Lakers will keep possession. Shout out to AK41. He says, "Go Chicken Nuggets."
It was Davis. It was Davis. See, man, don't try this.
Oh boy! Oh great! Tony Brothers he's still refereeing. Dude, that dude is one of the worst, man. Biased as hell. Do the Nuggets even have a challenge?
I think it's too early to waste that.
But no, I think they changed the call, and so it's going to be Nuggets back.
Yeah, they did change it, but that would be too early. I wouldn't, I just let them have it. You know what I mean? All right, guys, 9-point lead. Here comes Monte Morris and LeBron James with the foul. Stop crying. LeBron been crying every time they blow the whistle around him. Stop crying, LeBron. Pull up your Huggies. Now, Lewis, let me ask you this. This is not a plus for the Lakers, man. To have all of those guys sitting on the bench and, good for the Lakers, Monte Morris misses the first free throw. But to have those guys on the bench and they're being up by 15, they should have extended that lead, not allow them to come back and bring it under 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. They used the challenge already. Okay.
Who used the challenge?
They said the Nuggets used that challenge. That's why the call was changed.
I don't even remember them using the challenge.
That's what everybody's saying in the chat.
Oh, wow. I think that was a poor challenge.
They called it what? Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, no. They called the foul and they counted it.
Wait, that's an and-1?
Oh, yeah, that's the second time, though. The last time he shouldered Jamal Murray. Boy.
By the way, for those who are saying, LeBron hate this, listen, man, I'm not a Clippers fan, so I'll be in that as a man. It's a 10-point game. LeBron at the free throw line, 16 seconds remaining, and he gets the and-1. So what was an 8-point game goes back up to 11. 70-59 is the score. 16 seconds, so the Nuggets will get the last shot. So here's Monte Morris. Monte Morris, he's got the ball. Dribbles left, kicks it out to Michael Porter Jr., shoots a three-pointer, too deep, misses the shot. And that is the end of the first half. So, guys, score is 70-59 at the half. 11-point lead for the Denver Nuggets here in the Western Conference Finals, Game 1. LA up 11. Shout out to Logan. No, that's no problem. I love this game set. Even Reggie Miller saying LeBron is getting away with a lot of contact. Well, D was mentioning it, so,
Yep.
I mean, for the Nuggets.
With some good contact there, but again, guys, the Lakers were up by 15. They're still up by 11 points. And I just think that it was a good job by the Denver Nuggets not to allow them to extend that lead with the three guys sitting on the bench. Oh, excuse me. So we're in the halftime, guys. I'm gonna kick it with you guys in the chat. Ricky E 245. Appreciate you again coming through, bro. Ralph Unreal, Freddie G, Spuddy's in the building. IBT, Gideon, SSB, Brandon Nicholson, France on 2, Ryan, KTC, Soccer Training Club. Appreciate all you guys. And let me see on the Lewis Sport Network side. Got King Julius Caesar, Freddie G, Gideon over here as well. Jermaine in the building. I love this game in the building. Brandon Nicholson on both sides. Morgan Willingham, what's up, Morgan? Appreciate you coming through, fam. 8K41, Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. I like that name. I like that, bro. Logan McKinney in the building. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Basketball Live with Lewis and D. Duck Banks, what's up, my brother Duck? All right, guys. So with all the shout outs, Lewis, was that enough time to get the meal prepared? You need a little more time?
Well, before I do all that, Freddie G, this is for you. So I went in on the Clippers in an earlier video that I made 2 days ago. So you might want to check that out because a lot of dudes are cracking up, especially with the stuff I was putting on there. So make sure y'all go check out that Clippers video that I did a couple of days ago. So check that out. But it's that time, man. To the kitchen I go. I'll be back.
Oh, all right. So I love this game. Said 32 free throws for the Lakers to the Nuggets 16. Yeah, man. They get into the line. Duck Banks, I remember you talking real greasy about Bron and hyping up Kawhi. Oh, Duck. Freddie pulling up on you. He bringing up that old stuff. Nuggets stop fouling, they'll be fine. Yeah, they got to cut back on the fouls. They really do, but it's nerves. It's nerves, Duck. This is the Nuggets' first time this deep in the playoffs, so gotta give us some slack. Cut the boys some slack. Jermaine says, "How come when LeBron wins, he makes his teammates better, but when he loses, he didn't have any help?" That's the LeBron narrative, man. That's the media. He's the media darling. You ready, Lewis?
Yes, I am. So Lakers up 11. All right, first half stats. So it's been Murray, it's been Jokic, and it's been Jeremy Grant. 15 for Murray, 11 for Jokic, and 7 for Grant. Paul Millsap's got 5, and Monte Morris has got 8. Only problem is 4 players have 3 fouls for the Nuggets. So like people were mentioning, they got to stop fouling. For the Lakers, it's been LeBron and AD show, and then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope chipped in 9, and then Kuzma with 8. AD with 17, LeBron with 15. So we go to the stats. Both teams shooting pretty well, 50% each. 3-point range, Nuggets at 30, Lakers at 44% at 4 of 9. The free throw disparity is the biggest reason why that they're up right now, because if you take that away, this is a closer game, and they're only up 11. The rebounding is pretty much about even. Lakers only with a 1 rebound advantage, so it just tells you that the Nuggets have the size as well to contend. Lakers with 16 assists, so they're really sharing the ball. The Nuggets did go cold at some point, and the Lakers have 7 steals. The Nuggets did make some errant bad passes. They also have to stop turning the ball over because the Lakers only have 4 turnovers right now. But also what's keeping the Nuggets in this game as well is they have 32 points in the paint to the Lakers 34. So that means that they're doing a good job of scoring inside. But they have committed more fouls in LA, 20-14, and those are your first half stats. But the Lakers also have missed 10 free throws despite going to the line twice as many times as Denver. Denver shooting 81% while the Lakers are at 68. And those are your first half stats with Lewis and D.
So, guys, I was speaking about runs, teams going on runs and whatnot. And when you look at this Lakers team, they definitely had their run, but the Denver Nuggets giving up that many points, that's an issue. Denver Nuggets gave up 9 turnovers, and then they put the Lakers on the foul line that many times, 30 times. Did you say 30 times, Lewis? 30 free throw shots they took?
32.
So 32 free throw shots. So they put the Lakers on the line, 32 free throw shots. That's easy for them to clean up, That's definitely their key to victory is they got to take care of the ball and stop fouling so much. Outside of that, they play a pretty decent ball. The Lakers are actually playing pretty well right now. I mean, you got Dwight Howard going 5 for 6 from the free throw line, so that's amazing. The Lakers are actually playing much better defense than I thought they would. And to be perfectly honest with you, it would appear the Lakers are playing better defense than that Clippers team played. That might be, not what people expected, but from what I see here, the Lakers are playing very solid defense. So I would say Lakers, keep doing what you're doing. But the Denver Nuggets are going to definitely have to take care of that ball better and stop fouling as much if they plan on getting back into this game.
Oh man, so I'm looking at the TNT half, and they really put Draymond Green as a special guest, and he's in that same room with Charles Barkley. We know how they can't stand each other. Okay, Arnett says, I noticed in the second, LeBron is always looking tired in the second quarter. I've always noticed that too. For some reason, I don't know. I've noticed LeBron has worn down like much earlier in games, and that's something to kind of keep your eye on. He's played well. He's conditioned himself very well for a long time, but I do notice that he kind of wears down early. Fortunately for the Lakers, they do get the job done to where you don't have to worry about it so much. But I think in longer games and longer series is where you would have to worry, with his body if he's wearing down early. And G Money's right. The Nuggets are not going to bring the cash like the Lakers are. That's the primo franchise right there. So they're going to bring the cash. But real quick,
Ernest, what's up, Ernest?
Oh, second half. I got you. Yeah. By probably early fourth quarter, maybe mid fourth quarter, he starts to get tired. Shout out to YD. I gotta talk about the Heat. The Celtics blew 2 double-digit leads in the first 2 games, and they found themselves 2-0. Check this out, D. I heard that there's issues brewing right now in the locker room. Guys are kind of beefing with Kemba Walker. Now, I don't know if those reports are true, and I heard Marcus Smart kind of threw an outburst after game 2. So I said that they're gonna have to quickly get it together, man, because it's like you don't want to have beef in the middle of an Eastern Conference Final series because that could really hurt team chemistry, especially with the way Miami's playing right now. They look together right now.
Charles Barkley, man, you got to respect this dude because, he's an NBA great, but, bro, he gets them wrong so many times. And I'm going to tell y'all something. With him betting on young Lakers, I wouldn't feel good about that if I was a Lakers fan. And Charles Barkley just be getting too many of them wrong, man. That man been off this season.
It's like you always say, if he picks the opposite team, then that means that the other team is going to win. That's how the narratives always go with Charles.
Yeah, Freddie, I'm with you, fam. When he knows his sports put that narrative out, and and he wasn't the only one. I heard it in mainstream. Somebody on mainstream put that narrative out. I was never with that narrative. I don't really know where that narrative came from. Maybe it's surrounding LeBron James, but I think it's a silly narrative. And I don't have any problem with anybody that believes it. If you believe that that's the case, that's fine. But I just don't believe that other owners see the NBA is comprised of the NBA teams, which is comprised of the owners. Stern and them, the commission, they work for the NBA, right? I can't see the owners conspiring to make LeBron James win. The Lakers and the Knicks are the richest teams. They're not trying to get that team any richer. They're not trying to get that team any more championships. And that narrative just makes no sense to me. And then just like Freddie D said, okay, so they're conspiring for the Lakers, but they didn't conspire for the Lakers-Clippers showdown. Like, yeah, it makes no sense. So I'm with you, Freddie. I've never been with this narrative that the league is doing everything they can so LeBron can win. I don't know. I just can't get that. I don't know.
Okay, YD says, I really want the Celtics to go to the finals. They have fought hard for that spot. I honestly really thought that with the way the Celtics were looking at some point, I thought they were going to try to make the Lakers versus the Celtics rivalry, just considering or have them in the finals just for the fact that 10 years ago, Kobe and the Lakers played, thinking kind of like along those lines. Some of the things kind of line up. So I thought, with the 10th year anniversary that the Lakers won the championship, I'm thinking, the Celtics play. I mean, the series is not over, obviously, so they got to win Game 3. If they don't win Game 3, the series is over. And Erik Spoelstra and the Miami Heat go to the finals. And what I'm so impressed with them is they're doing this without a legitimate superstar. So they do that with a very good collection of talent. They slowly remind me a small resemblance of that 2004 Detroit Pistons. They play together. They play great defense. They have depth and versatility. And they're doing it without a true superstar on their franchise. So that's why I said that. That's what they remind me of, the Miami Heat. And you can't say that Erik Spoelstra is not a good coach if he's leading this team to the NBA championship. He's got into the Eastern Conference Finals.
To be fair, I don't believe the Boston Celtics have a superstar on their team yet either. Jason Tatum is on his way, but I wouldn't call him a superstar, and neither is Kemba Walker. So neither of these teams actually have superstars. So to be impressive for either of them to make the finals, and definitely for either of them to win the finals.
Now, if the Lakers make the finals and they were to face the Celtics or the Heat, I would still pick the Lakers to win both against both teams. But who, in your opinion, would get the better matchup against LA, Boston or Miami?
Boston because of their length, man. Jaylen Brown and Tatum and Tyson, those guys. You know what I mean? Look at the length that the Denver Nuggets have, and they have problems against the Lakers. I just think the Miami Heat are too small of a team. Bam Adebayo can do but so much, man. He can do but so much. And the Lakers' length would give Miami Heat, in my opinion, a lot of trouble. Whereas the Boston Celtics can match up with them a little bit better with the length because of Tatum, Brown, and Daniel Tice, So very close matchup. Both of them, I think, give the Lakers a hard time. I just think that the Celtics would be a little tougher.
Okay, G Money says also this series shows why the Celtics are not really better without Kyrie Irving. Boston was favored to beat the Miami Heat anyway, and they're not executing in crucial moments.
I can't agree with that, G Money. The Kyrie Irving was terrible with them in the playoffs. We can't say that they're better, not better without him, because he didn't. What did he do for the Celtics in the playoffs? But foul up. I didn't see a great performance. I think that a lot of fans were laying blame on Kyrie Irving because of the lack of their success in the playoffs. So I'm not sure if I agree with that one.
Well, to be fair to Kyrie Irving, 2018, he was starting to show that, but he didn't get the opportunity because he got injured. Now, 2019, that's on him. And I said it before, like his leadership was not great in 2019. And he could be a prima donna when it comes to his personality. But 2018, I had to give him a pass because even though they went deep without him, Kyrie Irving was actually really playing well and playing like a real leader. And even when Kyrie wasn't scoring, they were still winning. So he was really starting to grow. But then he took steps back when he came back. And he thought that he was going to get the LeBron James treatment, that teammates were just going to, do exactly what he says and all these kind of things. And it backfired. And like I said, those young players, they fed off the success of going deep into the playoffs, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So you don't think that those guys are going to say to themselves, hey, I think we could be really good and be better players next year. And you have to understand the NBA is a business. So those guys are looking to get paid too. So the better you play, the better your stats look, the better these organizations are going to be like, man, oh, I can see him being on my team. And money's going to be a factor. So these guys are going to want to get paid. Jermaine says Miami has more LeBron stoppers. Plus, Bam matches up better with AD better than anybody Boston has. That's a fair point. All right, guys. So, but who do they have after Bam is the problem. So that's what they don't have. All right, guys. So we're back. Early third quarter, as LeBron misses the jump shot.
I think that was Anthony Davis that missed.
Oh, AD, my fault. All right. Jamal Murray kicks the ball to Jeremy Grant, gets all the way to the basket. LeBron trying to guard him, shoots a tough shot. Good defense by LeBron, misses the shot. AD with the rebound, gets the ball to LeBron James. LeBron dribbles all the way. Starts to kick it out to Danny Green, swings it to Anthony Davis, puts the ball to his right side. And we got another foul. And it looks like it's going to be Jokic. It's his fourth foul as soon as we just start. So Dwight Howard is starting this game at center.
Oh, wow, that's huge. I think I know they would hate to take Jokic out, but I think he got to come out, man.
He has to come out. He's going to get his fifth. Wow. Oh, so play just stopped. Play didn't even stop, and Dwight Howard gets the lob from LeBron. 72-59 is the score. Take it away, D.
All right. So 13-point lead built up by the Lakers. Jokic in foul trouble. 4 fouls early in this third quarter. Here comes Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray crosses up. Dwight Howard gets the ball to Jokic. Jokic inside. Nice move. Nice Euro step around Dwight Howard for the score. Brings it back down to 12 points. Here comes LeBron James. LeBron James kicks the ball out top to AD. Back to LeBron James. And it's 11-point lead, guys. Sorry. LeBron gets the switch. Paul Millsap on the defense. Back over to Anthony Davis. Has Jeremy Grant on the defense. 5 seconds to shoot. Davis, turnaround jumper. Davis can't hit. Rebounded by Paul Millsap. Here comes the Denver Nuggets. Nice recovery by Dwight Howard to get down, back downfield, down the court. He hustled. All right, so here comes the Joker. Gets it to Murray. Over to Grant for 3. And Jeremy Grant can't hit. And Jokic and Davis gets tangled up. No call, luckily, on Jokic because that would have been a foul on him. Number 5. LeBron James gets the ball over to Danny Green. Back up top to LeBron. Mismatch has Jamal Murray on him on the defense. 7 to shoot. LeBron kicks it across court to Caldwell Pope, who steps into a 2-pointer. He was behind the 3-point line, decided to step up and take the closer shot. So back up to a 13-point lead by the Lakers. Jamal Murray with Dwight Howard on him. Kicks the ball back up top to Jokic. Joker over to Jeremy Grant on the wing. Has LeBron James defending. Nikola sets up the screen. Kicks it back to Jamal. 3 seconds to shoot. Jamal Murray, top of the key. Drains a 3-pointer. Jamal Murray, 64-74, down to a 10-point lead. And my man Lewis with the scoreboard up. Here comes LeBron down on the wing. Dribbles around the Howard screen. Steps back. Fakes the shot. Gives it to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis inside with the short jump hook. 76-64. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, Jeremy Grant with the basketball. Gives the ball to Nikola Jokic. Then gives the ball to Jamal Murray. Being guarded by KCP. Actually, no, that's Gary Harris, my bad. And Gary Harris dribble and takes it all the way, comes off his leg, and the Nuggets with another turnover. So we got a 12-point lead with 8:03 remaining in the third quarter. Let's see who's stripped him. Oh, yeah, KCP. Good sleight of hands by KCP, stripping it off his knee. All right, so LeBron's got it. Gives the ball to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis puts the ball between his legs, tries to pump fake. Gives it back to LeBron James. LeBron shoots a deep 3, but it was way off. You could just tell by the shot. Rebound is to Paul Millsap. Millsap's got it, gives it to Murray. Murray gets through, kicks it out to an open Jeremy Grant for three, but he can't hit. LeBron's got the ball. Oh, Jokic almost fouled him. That would have been 5. And we got a foul on Gary Harris. Oh, no, they said.
This nigga, man, I get so sick and tired of seeing LeBron cry, bro. It's like every time down there, he get down the end and he involved with the ball, he crying. Every time. Like, stop crying, LeBron. Freddie G, why your boy crying so much? Tell him to get the Kleenex. Let's go. LeBron with the ball. Got Jeremy Grant on the defense. Jeremy Grant knocks the ball away. Nice defense. 8 seconds to shoot. LeBron spins on Jeremy Grant, kicks the ball outside to Danny Green. Danny Green tries to hit the three, but can't hit. LeBron with the rebound, almost loses the ball. 10 seconds to shoot. Cross court to Anthony Davis for the 17-footer, and Davis can't hit. So Jeremy Grant secures the rebound. Here comes Jamal Murray. Gets the ball down to Paul Millsap. Back out to Jamal Murray for three. And Murray, bottom of the net. 67, 76. Back under double digits for the Denver Nuggets. 7 minutes in this third quarter. LeBron James with the ball at the top of the key. And LeBron James tries to squeeze it through to Anthony Davis. He gets it, turnaround hook. Anthony Davis air ball. And Dwight Howard with the rebound and strong putback for the Lakers. 78-67. Dwight Howard's playing real good ball in this game, guys. 5 for 6 from the line and really strong down there in the hole. Jamal Murray nearly loses the ball. And Grant picks it up, but his foot's on the line. So another turnover by the Denver Nuggets. And I'll tell you guys something. The LA Clippers, while we're going to the commercial here, LA Clippers kept pretty much tabs on Jamal Murray. And then they let him loose in the second half. I think the Lakers better keep an eye on Jamal Murray because that's not the guy you want to let loose because when he gets on fire, he can light it up. And he's the guy that can put your team under. So Lakers better keep the pressure on Jamal Murray. Make sure that he doesn't get too loose here.
I remember, I'm still expecting this series for the Lakers to trap Murray because it's just right now, I think both teams are trying to fill each other out. And you mentioned about the Nuggets being nervous, which is true because most of these guys have not been this deep in the playoffs. This is their first Western Conference Finals. It is game one. The Lakers have more experience, obviously. But I know the Lakers are trying to I know they're playing well right now, but they're still trying to feel out what the Nuggets like to do. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Mike Malone makes. If he doesn't end up making any in game one, what he does for game two. So that'll be very interesting.
Facts. Brandon, I agree. He says the Lakers are struggling the Nuggets are struggling against the Lakers bigs. I agree. They are. I don't expect, you get games, guys, and some things that you can't expect. Now, Dwight Howard's been playing solid ball, but Dwight Howard's not been playing ball this well, not in my opinion. He's been playing solid ball, but he's doing extra well right now. So you kind of get these things, and I think, again, the Lakers are more comfortable in this situation right now, especially LeBron. Like, they're comfortable. That's their team leader. They're comfortable. Whereas the Denver Nuggets, not so much. They got to work the jitters off. So it's game one. This game is far from over. It's an 11-point game. We got plenty of time left in this third quarter, more than half, and then the whole quarter to play. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly. All right, guys, 11-point lead for the Lakers. Still on commercial break right now. 6:41 remaining in this third quarter. Both teams have exactly scored 8 points in the third quarter. The Nuggets got outscored by 13 in the second quarter, but the biggest reason being is because the Lakers got 25 of their 34 points from the free throw line. A lot of fouls were committed. Denver's got 4 players in foul trouble right now. Both teams are actually shooting 49%.
Yeah, Brandon, you're right. Joker being in foul trouble definitely hurts the Denver Nuggets. Be right back, Lewis. I'm going to grab a cigar right
No problem. And the reason that it hurts them is because they don't get to utilize their pick and roll. And also, it takes Jokic out of rhythm. While I try to charge my laptop. There we go. All right, guys. So we're back in the bubble. I mean, even though they're in Orlando, according to my thumbnail here, background wise, we in LA, baby. And as Brandon always says, and he's always been consistent with this, he doesn't make assessments until after game 2. So that's the way that Brandon rolls. So yeah, it definitely hurts. All right, guys, so we're back, man. LeBron James with the basketball. Again, smash the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe for Speaking About Sports Talk and for the Lewis Sports Network. And the Lakers end up turning the ball over. And like I said, man, you would think the Lakers should be dominating this game. They should be up 15, 20 points, but it's only an 11-point game. So Denver's still right there. So the Lakers are kind of letting them hang around. All right, so as soon as I say that, Gary Harris commits an offensive foul, setting an illegal screen, and the Lakers get the ball back. So that's the Nuggets already. I believe that's their 4th turnover of the 3rd quarter. They're at 13 for the game. So here comes LeBron. All right, LeBron comes to the right side, being guarded by Jeremy Grant. Dwight Howard gets a screen. Jokic just got to watch it. He's got 4 fouls. So LeBron's getting the switch. LeBron gets into the paint, tries to dribble around, kicks it out to an open AD for 3, and he swirls it in. And the Lakers are now up by 14, back up by 14, 81-67. All right, here comes Jamal Murray with the basketball. Gets a screen from Jokic, kicks it out to that was Gary Harris, shoots the jump shot, and he knocks it down. So it's 81-69, back to a 12-point game. Here comes LeBron James coming right back with the ball. Salute to Anthony L. Appreciate you, my man. So it's good. Again, guys, make sure to share it on social media. LeBron gets it off his foot. AD is able to recover. Shoots the I thought he was going to shoot a fadeaway, but he kicks it out to an open Danny Green. Misses the 3, but he gets the offensive rebound. LeBron tries to pass it to Dwight Howard, and he does get it, recovers the pass, and he's able to score. And the Lakers go back up by 14, 83-69. Here's Jamal Murray, gets another screen, almost turned it over, gets a screen, goes around the Jokic screen, kicks it out. Here's a fake by Paul Millsap. Gary tried to cut, good off-ball defense by Kyle Kuzma. Oh, but Millsap fakes it, gets to the basket, and he misses the wide-open layup. And KCP gets open in transition for 3, and he knocks it down. And the Lakers, with their biggest lead of the game, they're up 17, 86-69, with 4:59 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Timeout, Denver. That's the thing, man. Jokic could have tried to do something, but he couldn't because he's got 4 fouls. He's trying to stay on the floor. But I feel like the fact that Jokic has been in foul trouble, he has not been able to get in a rhythm. So it's kind of hard for Denver to really, do anything on offense. But right now, the Lakers have established a 17-point lead, 86-69 right now. Like I said, guys, make sure to hit that like button, man, and make sure to hit that subscribe button as you guys come in. And if you have not shared the video, make sure to share it on social media. Basketball with Lewis and D. All right, so let's see what's cooking in the chat. All right. Nothing much has been said in the chat. While Digo gets his cigar. And again, my apologies for being late, guys. I just had a lot of, like I said, I had a lot of issues with the computer. Even lagged when I was trying to even upload this stream, and I was just trying to fix my green screen just to make sure that I was able to get a nice shot of the background. So, the cool thing was I already made my game. I made my game 2 background already, so that was pretty cool. It's a little bit hard, man. It's hard, G-Money. Like it's easy to say that they're not playing with intensity, but it's hard when some of your 4 players have foul trouble. That's hard. When you have 2 and then possibly 3 fouls, you could play with a little more intensity. But it's difficult because you look at that second quarter, the Nuggets went to the free throw line a lot. They committed a lot of fouls on the Lakers, so the Lakers got the feast at the free throw line. So when you allow a team to get points, freebies at the free throw line, it makes it harder for you to defend because you're afraid to foul, and that the referees might call it. So right now, man, Dwight Howard's played very well. 2 steals, 2 blocks, 11 points. He's hit 5 out of 6 at the line. LeBron James has got 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. And Ralph Unreal is speaking the truth, man. The fact that they were only down 11 at the half is true. That's a good point. Ralph Unreal and Charles D says was good, dropping a like, no doubt. I know D is going to appreciate that. So salute to you, Charles D, and shout out to Mar the Machine. All right, salute to you guys for being here. Like I said, you guys always make the chat live, man. So we appreciate that. That's the problem. A lot of dudes don't have, but it's hard, G Money, because it's easy to say to use Jokic down low, but if he gets called for an offensive foul, then that's going to be his 5th. Then are you going to go to him inside and then have him foul out? You got to think strategy right there. You got to think strategy. Jokic has got 4 fouls. He really can't be that aggressive. Let's see if his best shot is to really hit some outside shots, which he just did right there as we come back to action. So it's a 15-point game. I think Jokic is going to have to hit some elbow jump shots up until that he's able to really get going. He does have 15 points, though. All right, Jamal Murray, Gordon, he's also got 3 fouls. KCP almost loses the ball into the hands of Rajon Rondo. That ball almost went out of bounds. He tries to drive on Murray, kicks it out to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis. Millsap has also got 3 fouls. Anthony Davis shoots a fadeaway 3. Terrible shot. And that's a 24-second violation because that ball didn't even hit the rim. All right, so 24-second violation on the Los Angeles Lakers. That was a terrible possession for them. So they turned the ball over. 86-71 with 4:18 remaining in this third quarter as LeBron takes his rest. Michael Porter Jr. in the game. Here comes Gary Harris. Gives the ball to Jokic. Jokic then gives the ball to Jamal Murray, comes off to the left, gets to the free throw line, gets a switch on Dwight Howard. They're starting a double. They flash a double. Jokic inside to Michael Porter, kicks it out to Gary Harris. Wide open for the corner 3, but the ball was short. Gary recovers, and looks like the Lakers will get the ball. So that's another turnover as he steps out of bounds. I believe with that turnover, that would be the Nuggets. I believe that's their 14th or 15th turnover. All right, as I say that, man, Rajon Rondo comes right back. Tries to lob it to Dwight Howard, and he does lob it to Dwight Howard. And like I said, Jokic can't do anything because he has 4 fouls. 88-71. Dwight Howard's got 13. Jamal Murray shoots a jump shot. Oh, but it spins in and out. Anthony Davis with an outlet pass. And to KCP, and he dunks the basketball, and it's a 19-point lead, 90-71. All right, Jamal Murray goes behind the back, gives it to Jokic with the pass from Jeremy Grant. Jokic then gives the ball to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray then kicks it out to Jokic. Jokic dribbles left, gets to the paint, passes it to Jeremy Grant, and they say the ball goes out of bounds off of the Nuggets. So another turnover for the Denver Nuggets. Man, the fact that Dwight Howard can still jump like that is crazy. The key to him was actually losing more. He lost some of the mass.
Well, I think Dwight Howard kept himself in phenomenal shape, man.
Yeah. I thought he lost less muscle and really tried to tone his body more, which I thought helped him. All right, man. Anthony Davis hits the fake, shoots a jump shot, knocks it down. That's 26 points for AD, and the Lakers have a 19-point lead, biggest lead of the game. So Monte Morris with the ball. We got an 11-2 Lakers.
21 point, fam.
Oh, it's 20. Well, yeah, because he just scored now. I see. That's why.
Yeah.
I was looking
And
at the
it's
scoreboard.
19 now, though.
Yeah. I looked at the scoreboard first. So it was 21. Now it's 19. All right, so it's 92-73. Jokic gets the and one right now on Dwight Howard. So
I tell you one thing is how many minutes left in this quarter? 2 minutes and some change, 2:32. The Nuggets better stop turning that ball over, or Lakers gonna run away with this thing in the fourth quarter. I mean, right now this is a commanding lead going into the fourth quarter. We're gonna have to see what they can do. Here comes Rajon Rondo, hits the ball over to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope to Kuzma. Kuzma out on the line, gets it back to Rondo, dribbles around the Morris screen, gets it to Caldwell Pope, almost loses the ball. Back to Rondo, 5 seconds to shoot. Rajon Rondo drives down inside with the scoop layup. Rajon Rondo. Great play by Rajon Rondo. The Lakers are feeling it. 20-point lead by the Los Angeles Lakers. Here comes Jamal Murray. Has Caruso on the defense. Jamal Murray dribbles around Caruso. Has Anthony Davis on the defense. Gets it in the Jokic. And Jokic with the nice pass to Craig back out top. 3 seconds to shoot. Morris goes up for the shot. And Morris can't hit. But Joker with the putback, and Joker is down. Looks like he got
hit in the nose. He got hit in the nose.
Yeah, he got hit in the nose, and boom. That's a pretty big nose too, man. You gotta watch that. That's a huge target to be taking the slap like that.
All right, just like that, we got another foul on Alex Caruso trying to get through Jokic.
And see. Now we watch these referees for that arm wave. Call text all season long. They call text all season long for that. Caruso got away with one as far as I'm concerned. It should have been a tech.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Artist says it's the problem for the Nuggets because they can defend Jokic one-on-one. Oh yeah, they could do that, but I think the Lakers are really gonna focus on trapping Murray because they saw what he did to the Clippers.
Yeah, they've been double teaming Jokic sometimes. See, look, they just double team him there. So they've been putting a double team on Jokic when he gets down low.
They just called another foul on Caruso.
There go LeBron. Look at him. Dude, stop crying now. I'm tired of seeing LeBron face scrunched up. He been crying all game. Y'all have 20 points, man. Why you crying?
This dude is like on every call. If it's him, if it's one of his players, like
crying. Stop all that crying and play ball, man.
I said, let the other players deal with that, man. That's them.
Jeremy said, D, it's when they punch the air. I hear you, Jeremy. So the machine, what's up, Mar?
And they called another foul. Damn, LeBron was about to cry and go to the ref again. So that call was on LeBron James. Oh my goodness.
What a score by Anthony Davis. Looked like he was going to miss the ball. He caught it and tipped it in. Back up to 20 for the Lakers. Jeremy Grant. And a nice hand by Rondo. Lakers defense is on 1,000 tonight. Caruso with the wild pass. But nice. Davis picks it up and dunks inside. So a 22-point lead by the Los Angeles Lakers. John Rondo's feeling it this game. I tell y'all guys what, Rondo plays like this series is going to be a hard series for the Nuggets. Look at Davis in that catch. Wow, man. And now, Lewis, did you peep that right quick? Joker misses the three. Rajon Rondo was trying to talk to Kyle Kuzma. He wasn't really paying him any attention. And I think that's a huge mistake. This is a veteran, has championship experience. And Kuzma, you still have to learn. So you should be sucking in everything that Rondo's telling you right now. But he wasn't really giving Rondo much attention there. I think, that's not a good sign.
I know.
Oh, Rajon Rondo and Anthony Davis fighting to keep the ball alive. Turn around hook. Anthony Davis. The Lakers are balling out of control right now. 24-point lead. Anthony Davis, 30 points. Jamal Murray gets the ball to Joker. Joker with the mismatch. And over in the corner to Jeremy Grant and Michael Porter Jr. with the big rebound and putback.
Oh, nice rebound.
Denver Nuggets are kind of cold from that three-point line right now.
So a lot of things going up against him right now. And looks like we got another foul. This one is, I think, on Jamal Murray.
That's number 4 on Murray.
That's 4 on him. We got 6 seconds remaining. And for the end of this third quarter, Rondo inbounds the ball to LeBron. LeBron kicks it out to Anthony Davis. Fakes. And he drew the foul on Jokic. That'll be foul number 5. Davis knew that was going to happen, so that's why he went for it.
Oh, man. I got to see a replay on that one.
Nah, I would say no foul.
Anthony Davis leaned into him.
Yeah.
Jokic wasn't even off of his feet.
Nah, that's no foul. But they'll call it, so that's the 5th right there. Well,
yeah,
to be honest, Freddie E, and shout out to Todd Reed, man. Appreciate you, man. How's your little one doing? Hope everything is good with you. Salute to you. To be honest with you,
what's up, brother? Sorry, Lewis.
No, you good. All right, Anthony Davis knocks down both free throws. Well, second free throw, I should say. 102-79 is the score with 2.8 seconds remaining. But Freddie G says the Nuggets have overachieved for another season. Once you see them on the floor with the Lakers, you see how bad defensively the Nuggets are. But yeah, they look like gods defensively against the Clippers. But quite honestly, the Clippers' offense was real. I mean, they were bad on both sides of the ball. But you still got to give the Nuggets credit anyway.
I will say this about that, man. And it's like I said earlier in the game. Freddie, calm down. This is game 1. Dude, really, this is game 1. And let's be honest. Every game 1 that they've been in the playoffs, they've played like this. But they're still here. So just calm down. It's game 1.
All right, salute to y'all guys, man. So at the end of the third quarter, score is 103-79. Lakers with a 24-point lead, the biggest lead of the game for the Lakers.
Game 3. After game 3, Denver up 2-1. What do you think about that, Freddie?
Damn, everybody out here going the fixes in, man. I think it was that free. I think that free throw disparity in that second quarter was probably Nuggets only got it was 25-4. I was like, woof.
I can't say the fix is in when they have that many turnovers and that many fouls. I'd say if the fix is in, then Denver Nuggets are fixing themselves. So I don't know. I don't know about the fix being.
I would say it's a mix. Denver committed a lot of fouls. Some of them were questionable, but some of them were pretty legit. But also, they were turning the ball over. And they turned the ball over, 6 times in this third quarter? That's on them. And the thing is, you got to give the Lakers defense credit because a couple of those defensive plays, they stripped players going up to the rim, and they was able to strip them off their knees. So Denver has to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. So they know that they got to do that, and they have to try to defend without fouling. It's just the Clippers made themselves look stupid because they got all that hype and they decided to not play as well as they should have. Guys coming in out of shape, guys getting distracted, guys didn't even want to be there. That's a lack of attitude, and that's a lack of leadership. Better leadership, Clippers were more engaged. The Clippers are playing the Lakers right now, but they said, I want to go home. Just like Jaden said in the Karate Kid.
Let's look at some things that's uncharacteristic right here when it comes to the Denver Nuggets. 3-point shooting, the Denver Nuggets are 6 for 20. Okay, guys? Now, it's not been great perimeter defense by the Lakers. They've missed some wide open shots. That's something that's uncharacteristic. We do know that Denver's one of the better shooting 3-point teams, and the Lakers are not. That's something that's uncharacteristic. The amount of fouls that the Denver Nuggets are putting up, just go look at all the games. That's something else that's uncharacteristic. This is why I say it's just game one. Again, Lakers have been here before. Denver have not. So give them time. Let's see what happens in the fourth quarter even. Because, guys, I think that the Lakers are in pretty good position for sure. Going up 24 points into the fourth quarter, no doubt. But we've seen stranger things happen. But if Rajon Rondo keeps playing the way he's playing, ain't no haps for the Denver tonight.
James and Rondo have 18 assists combined. The Nuggets have 15 as a team. So the Nuggets have got to find a way to share the ball, at least in the fourth quarter, to bring something into game two at the very least. All right, take it away, D. Start of the fourth quarter.
All right, Monte Morris gets the ball to Jeremy Grant. And Jeremy Grant falls in another turnover by the Denver Nuggets. So that's not good to start the fourth quarter off with a turnover. And Dozier's checked into the game. PJ Dozier for the Denver Nuggets. LeBron James gets the ball to Caruso. Caruso in the corner to Rajon Rondo for three, and Rondo bottom of the net. And I'll tell you guys what, this is not looking good for the Denver Nuggets. And almost a steal by Rondo, but he gets the foul. So PJ Dozier. And see, that's what I like. That's what I like. See how Rondo can play? He said, come on, man. He hit me on the arm. Keep it moving. There you go. All right, so Michael Porter Jr. gets the ball into Morris. Morris to Plumlee. Plumlee back to Morris, and Plumlee gets his own rebound and in for the dunk. Plumlee controlling the boards down there. 81. 106, still a 25-point game. A long way to go for these Denver Nuggets. So here comes Caruso, gets the ball to LeBron. LeBron tries to squeeze the ball down into Kuzma, but the ball is stolen. Mason Plumlee will bring the ball across for the Denver Nuggets. Here comes Michael Porter Jr., puts up a three, bottom of the net. So Michael Porter Jr. hits a three. 84 to 106. Lakers come back down. LeBron James with the ball. LeBron at the top of the key. LeBron kicks the ball to Morris, and Morris, bottom of the net. Morris has been feeling it tonight. So 109-84, Lakers respond with their own three-pointer. Here comes P.J. Dozier, gets the ball to Michael Porter Jr. Jr. into Plumlee. Plumlee for the dunk inside, 86 to 109. Rondo has P.J. Dozier on him. Rondo goes down inside, kicks it back out the Morris, over to Caruso for three. And Caruso rips one off the backboard. Here comes P.J. Dozier, gets it to Jeremy Grant. He drives right down inside with the reverse, but can't hit. Rebound by Markieff Morris. And LeBron is fouled by Dozier to slow that down. So down under 10 minutes, Lakers still up by 23 points. LeBron just fouled by P.J. Dozier.
Jermaine says, look like the Clippers got the Ron Morris twin. Facts.
Yeah. So LeBron with the ball at the top of the key. Mason Plumlee on the defense. LeBron steps back for a three, and LeBron James in and out. Barely missed that there. Here comes PJ Dozier. Gets the ball over to Michael Porter Jr., who dribbles down inside. Michael Porter Jr. nearly loses the ball. Nice defense by Caruso. PJ Dozier picks it up, gets it to Jeremy Grant in the corner. Grant for the 17-footer. Bottom of the net. 88 to 109. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, 109-88 is the score. Here comes Alex Caruso bringing the ball up. Just under 9 remaining in this game. Gives the ball to Rajon Rondo. He's got PJ Dozier on him. Markieff Morris gets open, shoots another three-pointer, but he misses the shot. Rebound, Michael Porter Jr. Here comes Michael Porter Jr. left side of the court. He allows it right inside the Plumlee, and Jeremy Grant catches the ball in the pass, but looks like we got a foul call on that play. Jermaine says Skip is talking reckless on Twitter. I figured he was talking reckless when the Clippers was losing the series after being up 3-1. But this is Skip we're talking about, so this ain't nothing new. Skip is always talking reckless, especially when it comes to his Cowboys. All right, Michael Porter Jr. comes off the screen. He gets a one-on-one with Markieff Morris. Dribbles right. Oh, nice scoop layup, and they call a foul. Looks like the foul is going to be on Markieff. And there's Kobe's former agent, Rob Pelinka, who is the Lakers general manager and vice president of basketball operations. Michael Porter Jr. at the free throw line knocks down the first free throw. Score is now 109-89. Again, guys, make sure to hit the like button as you guys come in. Make sure to also subscribe to the channels, both, and make sure to share on your social media platforms. 109-89 is the score. Anthony Davis, a.k.a. me, I'm sitting on the bench. Y'all saw me put in work today on the mic with D, and obviously on the basketball court in the bubble in Orlando. See, I'm both places. I could be at both places simultaneously at one time. Michael Porter knocks down the free throw, so it's 109-90. All right, LeBron James is now bringing the basketball up. Jeremy Grant has decided to pick him up on defense. LeBron James then gets a switch with Monte and then goes right back to Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, LeBron putting the ball between his legs. What's LeBron going to do? LeBron's got the ball, puts the dribble. Oh, tries to kick it out, but Monte Morris snatches it, and the Lakers turn it over. The ball's given to Michael Porter Jr. Nice lefty layup. Michael Porter Jr. showing you the talent. He scores 17-point game, 8:08 remaining. Guys, 17 may sound like a lot, but when you got 8:08 remaining, if the Nuggets can get hot, they can make this a game, guys. So
it's like I say, man, basketball is a game of runs, man. Got a lot of runs that happen. And one thing's for sure, we've seen the Lakers hit 2 runs right now. We haven't seen the Denver Nuggets hit one. And let's remember something, guys. The Denver Nuggets are the better three-point shooting team. So if these guys get hot from the line, that's the thing with the league today. Three-pointers can drain a 17, 18-point lead in the blink of an eye. And you've been down there 2 minutes left in this game, and we're talking about a 4-point game. That can happen, guys. So let's see what goes on. I think the Lakers are playing a little bit too strong to allow that, but we shall see.
Yep. D, take over for me a little bit real quick. I'll be right back.
I got you, my brother. I got you. All right, guys. So we're on commercial right now. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. Yeah, Jermaine says, Brandon, I swore the Clips were the yeah. A lot of people did. You weren't the only one, Brandon. The Clippers let a lot of people down, but more importantly, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard fell apart mentally in that game 7. I mean, this is a superstar and your star player, basically your 2 best players. They go empty in that 4th quarter. They really went empty in that 4th quarter, and you know that had a big reason to do with the Clippers losing that series. They were playing actually decent defense, but Paul George and Kawhi Leonard couldn't hit a shot. If you can't drain shots, you'll see similar to what you're seeing in this game. the Denver Nuggets were totally cold in the third quarter, which is how the Lakers were able to build up this lead. And that's pretty much what happened to the Clippers in the fourth quarter of that game 7. So wouldn't be too hard on yourself because you weren't the only person that thought Clippers was the shit. I will tell you this. I picked Denver to beat them. But Jermaine says, I actually like the Clippers from, it went up from last season. Those Clippers who took the same Warriors team and swept somebody to 6 games. Yeah, no doubt. Arnis, what's up, Arnis? He says, why LeBron stat pattern? Well, LeBron's going to stat pat Arnis for the rest of his career. This is what I feel. This is his ample opportunity. If he doesn't win the championship this year, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty hard for LeBron to capture another one. Tyree says, watch how the fouls for the Lakers start rolling back in. just might, Tyree. He said, honest, good eaters. That's what LeBron James do. He packs those stats. I agree. If Denver can pull up then 10, pull up 10 with like 6 minutes to go. Yeah, they could. They could pull off a miracle comeback. But it's going to be hard because the Lakers are feeling it. You got Rajon Rondo hitting threes. You got Dwight Howard hitting free throws. I mean, it's going to be hard to turn this around. They're going to have to first get momentum, and I think that they made a couple of steals and points, but I don't think they have the momentum yet. If they don't get the momentum in this game, I really don't see them coming back. All right, guys, we're back in action. Anthony Davis with the ball, kicks it up top to Rajon Rondo. PJ Dozier on the defense. Rajon calls for the screen. Rajon gets the ball over to Caldwell Pope. Back to Rondo. Down inside to Davis. Got Mason Plumlee on the defense. 3 seconds to shoot. And Rondo with the high arcing shot behind the backboard, but Rondo puts it in. 111-92. Here comes the Denver Nuggets. P.J. Dozier with the ball. P.J. Dozier kicks it to Porter. And it was a foul off the ball. I thought they was getting ready to get Michael Porter Jr. for wow, look at that. Behind the backboard, high arcing shot. That was a beautiful shot by Rajon Rondo. Almost. Go ahead, Lewis.
I was just going to say, and it was a difficult angle. And Mason Plumlee scores in the paint plus the foul.
I think it might have rolled off. Did he go in?
No, yeah, it rolled off.
Yeah, but Plumlee rolled up to the line too, though. But yeah, that shot was beautiful. Looked like a playground shot, street ball shot.
I know. I was going to say that he was able to hit that shot at a difficult angle. At Plumlee knocks down the free throw in this 18-point game, 111-93. It was a beautiful shot, but it was also the angle that he made that shot was actually dope. Oh no, yeah. In terms of this game, this is only game 1, as D was talking about. Again, the Nuggets will be better in game 2, and the Lakers have to be prepared for that. But the Nuggets, they had foul trouble, they had turnovers, and it took away their rhythm like from the get-go.
So it's a lane violation by sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It was a lane violation by Michael Porter Jr. there, guys. Go ahead, Lewis.
I can't say from the get-go because the Nuggets did score 38 points. So the Lakers gave up 38 first quarter points as Rondo tries to bounce it inside and Anthony Davis with the dunk. So it is back to a 20-point lead, 113-93. Here comes Monte Morris. He's coming with the basketball. Davis has 35 points and 10 rebounds. Just killing right now. All right. Monte Morris comes, shoots the jump. Oh, no, P.J. Dozier shoots the jump shot, but he misses. Rebound is to Danny Green. Kicks it out to Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo brings the ball back, trying to give it to AD, but then gives it to Markieff. Then Rondo gives it back to AD. AD faces up, shoots the jump shot, knocks down another one. 37 for AD, 22-point lead. 6:41 remaining, and we got a timeout by Mike Malone.
I think it's over for the Nuggets. Anthony Davis feeling it like this. Rajon Rondo feeling it. I think this one's a wrap, man. If Layla, where's Queen Layla at? So she can holler over.
Bro, Dwight Howard went 5 or 6 at the free throw line. So you know it's going bad when Dwight's going hitting free throws. You expect it with AD. He's cooking. LeBron only scored 15 points, but they need it because they got contributions from a lot of Lakers tonight.
I know that Freddie G is going to be here with us this whole series. And Freddie, make sure you stay with us this whole series. Because I'm telling you right now, the Nuggets going to show you how much they match up with the Lakers. I just laid a whole lot of things out to you, Freddie. It seems like you're not paying attention to that, man. And I get you. He's saying the Nuggets don't match up good with the Lakers. I don't necessarily agree to that. Freddie, again, you got to understand something. You're talking about one of the better three-point shooting teams against one of the teams that's not so much the best three-point shooting team. But who's winning on the three-point line, Freddie? Things that's uncharacteristic, okay? The amount of fouls that the Denver Nuggets are putting up are uncharacteristic, Freddie. Putting too much into game one. That's just all I think. Like, again, we just watched this team set an NBA record. Doing what, Freddie? They go down 3-1, and they come back to win the series. They did it back-to-back, Freddie. Never happened in the league, ever. So I'm just telling you, bro, be calm, you know. I would talk like that in game 3 if the Lakers were up 3-0 or something, but in game 1, this is the conference finals, buddy. You can't talk like that in game 1. You know, you can't get all of your answers in game 1. And that's in no series. You don't get all your answers in game 1. So the Lakers are doing very well this game. The Denver Nuggets are doing poorly. They're turning the ball over too much. They're fouling too much, and they're cold from the three-point line. So, you know, just take that into consideration. But I think the Lakers are playing very good defense tonight, and players are stepping up. You know, Ray John has stepped up. Marquise Morris has stepped up. So we'll just have to see.
Now, Tyree says, question, if AD leads in every statistical category in the NBA Finals, hence if the Lakers get there, and LeBron just leads in assists, will LeBron get the Finals MVP? Well, let's look at it this way. Giannis just won the second straight MVP award. AD didn't even get a first place vote. Only him and LeBron got first place votes. And the media was crying today when LeBron didn't get that MVP award. So you already know that he'll get the Finals MVP even if AD. Remember, in 2016, Kyrie had a huge impact in that series, but they gave it to LeBron because he led in every statistical category. Anthony Davis is doing the same exact thing as the second option, but LeBron is going to get the Finals MVP. And you already know it's because of what happened in the regular season. These dudes were crying like crazy. Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins, they were crying like babies that LeBron didn't get that award. So you know that
I don't think he deserved it. I don't think he deserved it. I think the right guy got it because LeBron just didn't play better than Giannis during the season. He didn't. So I don't know.
And they keep forgetting that the MVP is a regular season award. If we're talking playoffs, different story. But it's the regular season.
LeBron played nowhere near as good as the Lakers are killing it. This is a routing. Another 3 just hit, guys, by Danny Green. Denver tries to respond, and there you go again, another miss. So yeah, they're cold. Don't worry, guys. They're gonna get some practice in. They're gonna watch some film, study what they did wrong. Nice pass by Rondo. And Danny Green, I don't know why Danny Green tries to do what he does inside because he's not a good inside player. You know, you got to kick the ball out, Danny Green. You're a shooter. See, look at that. Nuggets can't buy a shot.
Torrey Craig missed a 3, but they got the ball. And that ball was deflected by Marquise. This guy making plays out there.
Yeah.
Knocking down shots. Making plays right there on that alley-oop that Michael Porter Jr. was supposed to slam down.
Well, that was a bad pass by Plumlee. He didn't get that ball high enough. I wouldn't really blame Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. can jump, so Mason Plumlee threw that ball a little bit low. And he could definitely out jump Markieff Morris. So I think he should have put that ball a little higher. Morris couldn't get to it.
With all due respect to LeBron, they're making it seem like some of these Lakers don't have impact. I'm not saying that they're the most dynamic, but the fact that Rajon Rondo's there gives them another ball handler. So LeBron doesn't have to really make all the plays at the point guard position. Because remember, they're like when LeBron switched to point guard, but I'm like, Rajon Rondo's a point guard too. He's a former champion, for God's sakes.
Yeah, not only LeBron, but he's a better point guard than LeBron. He's a better point guard than LeBron. He handles the ball better. LeBron has excellent court vision, but so does Rajon Rondo. So LeBron is what he is. He's a small forward that plays point guard, but Rajon Rondo is a champion-winning point guard. That is what he does. So,
and what else I'll say? Yeah, look at Dwight Howard's impact tonight on the defensive end with his blocks and his steals, because he had 2 steals and 3 blocks. Anthony Davis with a double-double, 37 and 10 points. So, kudos to LeBron for playing more than 17th season, but can we please stop with this nonsense that he's doing it by his goddamn self? This is the reason why people don't like Bron. It's for that reason. And LeBron hasn't been. What kind of pass was that?
Joker out. I don't think they're going to bring him back.
No, I don't think there's no point. It's a 25-point lead with 4 minutes remaining.
All right. No sense in it.
Listen, man. AD is LeBron's puppet. Ain't no way he leaving that Lakers team. There would have to be something going on between Bron and AD personally where they don't like each other that AD leaves, but that's not happening. All right, so a lot from PJ Dozier to Mason Plumlee, and he dunks the basketball. So it's now a 122-97 game, 23-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. So Caruso gives the ball to Markieff Morris and then gives the ball right back to KCP. Comes off the curl, shoots the mid-range, but he misses the shot. Rebound, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., what was he? Oh, looks like we got a foul call. So there was a foul.
He made that shot. Did you see that shot he just made?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Crazy. Good game by the Lakers, but enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. The Lakers did a good job. They got 3 of their best guys in foul trouble early.
I do agree with Freddie Gee. The Nuggets should have been out. They should have been out in game 1. Well, Freddie, you gotta talk to your media, boy, because they act like Anthony Davis don't do squat on that team. They don't do squat. They said LeBron is the reason that the Lakers are number 1 in the West. Remember last year, and we're not gonna get into last year, but I'm like, half of the roster was traded for AD, so I'm like, okay, you got your talent, but they're like, LeBron is the reason that the Lakers are number 1 in the West. I'm like, so he changed their defense? I mean, I said it before, kudos to LeBron for playing defense this year, but that interior ain't looking what it is if Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Anthony Davis are not on that team.
Michael, SSB, I'll bet you $20 that don't happen. SSB said Lakers in 5. I bet you $20 that don't happen. If you win, I'll trade you my cash apps. I know you got one. And we'll just cash out the winner $20. They don't win in 5, man.
All right, so we got a 3-point shot missed by Alex Caruso. Michael Porter Jr. crosses over on that was Horton Tucker, but he missed the 3-pointer. Alex Caruso came back with the ball. Gives it a Kuzma. Oh, no, that's JaVale. Okay.
I want to see more J.R. Smith, man. See 2 guys in the game we don't get to see a lot of, Bobo and J.R. Smith. Bobo on Denver Nuggets, J.R. Smith on the L.A. Lakers.
All right, PJ Dozier comes off a Mason Plumlee screen. He gets a switch with JaVale McGee. Now they dump it to Plumlee. Plumlee gives it back on the give and go. Dozier crosses over, decides to shoot a fade back jump shot, knocks it down. Tough shot. Makes it 120, 101 remaining, just hit the 3-minute mark for this game. Kuzma gives the ball to Jared. Wow, Jared Dudley. Jared Dudley is in the game. Kuzma pushes off and gets called for the offensive foul. Makes a shot, too. Yeah, I got to admit, we've seen some real nice shots in this game that haven't counted.
See what I told you, Lewis? I ain't mean to cut you. See what I told you? Look how he walking. This is what I was telling people.
What?
The way he rolled that ankle, and I'm pretty sure LeBron will be okay next game, but he was limping. He had his flip-flops on, or his slides on. He was getting ready to go throw them slides on. That doggone ankle going to be swollen like a balloon tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be all right, though. They'll give him a couple of cortisone shots.
Nice move over on that turnaround on the baseline. He definitely needs to get stronger. Bobo's got skills. Raw, but he got skills.
Man, he's way better than his pops, man.
Yeah, because he could put the ball on the floor. His pops was more – he was kind of more standstill. JR Swish. That's down the corner 3.
That's my boy right there, man. I like JR. I think he caught too much flack for that play he bumbled against the Warriors. My problem with that play that J.R. Smith bumbled is people act as if the Lakers were going to – if LeBron and them were going to win. They weren't going to win anyway.
So J.R. Smith misses a shot. That was a 3. 18-point game. From the Nuggets, they shoot another 3-pointer and knock it down, so it's down to 15. Who's that player again? I'm trying to remember who that is. Oh, Troy Daniels. Right.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you figured it out.
I had to look at his face. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
Almighty MXBC in the building. Lakers are the GOATs. They are tonight, Almighty. They are tonight. Dropping bars on you, dog.
Damn, you see me? You saw me out there, D? I killed it on the court, man.
Got money out there, too, tonight. Oh, bad pass. Nice pickup by Porter Jr. And Porter Jr. gives it away.
Jared Dudley with the play. Kuzma open for 3, and he drains it.
Excellent game by the Los Angeles Lakers. Excellent game. I don't remember the last time I seen the Lakers play this well in back-to-back games. How about you, Lewis?
It's been a minute, but
yeah. How about you, Fred? You know your boys don't play this well in back-to-back games. They play good like this and they bumble up the next game. Let me stop messing with you, Freddie.
Yeah, the Nuggets do look a little tired, but they've kind of played through it though. I mean, remember this happened against the Clippers, where they were tired in that game 1, so they need to regroup. I think they'll be back in game 2.
I would love to see, and like you said, Lewis, no way Anthony Davis leaves the Lakers, especially if they win. What I would definitely, if they lose, who knows? But I definitely would like to see Anthony Davis go back over to New Orleans Pelicans with Zion Williamson and Lonzo and those boys, Ingram. I would like to see that. I think they would be freaking an amazing team if Anthony Davis was to go back.
That's a lot of talent.
Yeah, buddy. JaVale McGee for 3.
Or as Shaq likes to say, JaVale McGee.
Oh, PJ Dozier coast to coast with the dunk. Well, guys, the score is not really indicative of how this game went. It's only a 12-point lead, but let's be honest. The Lakers beat the hell out of the Nuggets tonight. The only reason it's down to 12 points because the third team allowed them to close the gap a little bit. But, again, that score is not indicative of the way this game went. You think about the way this game went, and the Nuggets were just out of sync tonight. They couldn't really hit from the three-point line the way they were supposed to. They turned the ball over entirely too much. 15 turnovers for the Nuggets. They put the Lakers on the foul line 15 times. Or actually, I'm sorry, 16 times. And they're just going to have to do better than that. Lakers are right on track of where they shoot from the free throw line. They only shot 73%. But again, an uncharacteristic three-point shooting game tonight. Lakers 42.3%. The Nuggets 34.6%. That's something that you'll usually see opposite. And here's something else I'll tell you guys. The Denver Nuggets pretty much stayed over 50% through the duration of the playoff from the floor. They're under 50% tonight, right? So I'm just a lot of things that's uncharacteristic in this game. The points in the paint were pretty much a wash, 52 to 56. Lakers was up by 4 points in the paint. But the ball movement and sharing the ball, 33 assists tonight by the Lakers. And that shows you how well they were playing together tonight. Great ball game by the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's see if they can repeat this in game 2.
Definitely true. Yeah, Jermaine says that the Nuggets players weren't as aggressive as they were against the Clippers. They did show a little bit of fatigue. I think the foul trouble made them less aggressive because they didn't want to defend and then start to foul and put them more at the line. Because the Lakers had 25 free throw attempts in the second quarter. You take away those free throw attempts, they had 12 for the rest of the 3 quarters. So a lot of the stats they offset, but the turnovers really also hurt the Nuggets too. So they weren't taking care of the ball. I was saying that they looked a little bit tired. And then, in terms of LeBron's ankle, I think LeBron is obviously going to play, but I think that ankle is going to be hurting for a bit, especially with D and what people in the chat were saying, the way he rolled that ankle. Like other players probably wouldn't have got up from that, but he popped back up like it was nothing. I mean, try not to show guys that you're hurt, but sometimes some things are just kind of obvious, and he left with 2:48 remaining in the game. So,
sometimes I just would like to go smack Charles Barkley right in his head. Dude, you've been wrong all playoffs. Now he got the broom out talking about a sweep. Guys, on the panel, they take, they got their little game going, like, who picks the games the most, who picks Charles Barkley's in last place. So he can take that broom and put it away. Because Charles Barkley has not been on point in this playoff. I think Charles Barkley, I don't think he likes the Denver Nuggets. Nah, Charles Barkley's pretty strong on his opinions, but no way, bro. They're not gonna sweep the Denver Nuggets. And again, just like I said, guys, a lot of uncharacteristic play, both sides of the ball. No, I'm not taking anything away from the Los Angeles Lakers. They play ball well, but they're not. Look, guys, look at their stats. And I'm talking through the bubble, through the playoffs, and through the season from that three-point line. It's one of their better three-point shooting games. We don't usually see the Lakers bang from the three-point line like that. And like I said, they didn't control the paint, 52 to 56 points in the paint. So, we just got to see next game. I think it was an excellent showing by the Lakers. And to be perfectly honest, I think the Lakers needed to win this first game. You don't want the Denver Nuggets to come off the 7-game series after you had 6 days rest and allow them to beat you. I kind of expected the Lakers to win the first game, but Denver's going to tie this series up. Whether they tie it up next game or run 2 back on the Lakers, they'll tie this series up. All of that Lakers sweep, Charles Barkley need to put that broom away because they're not going to sweep anything.
Okay, G Money. I have an issue with your comment because I say if the Nuggets don't win game 2, they're going to be gentlemen swept. We don't know that. We don't know that. D said that the Nuggets are going to surprise win in 6. He's got them pulling off the upset. I got the Lakers going to the finals. I think if the Nuggets can defend without fouling, and that's an if. Jokic stays on the floor. They don't turn the ball over. If they can get themselves to the free throw line, they have a very good shot of coming out this series and represent the Western Conference. Because I think Miami's going to be bought. I picked the Boston Celtics to win, but with the way that Miami's looking, and the thing is now Boston's got some injuries, and they don't really have a rim protector, and the fact that they don't really have a bench. So you don't have a bench to match up against Miami. Miami's more deeper. So
I think Daniel Tice has been doing really well under that rim. He's been pretty strong as a defender under that rim.
Yep, in the starting lineup for sure.
You mean on the backup? Yeah, I got you.
But I mean with the backups, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's the fact.
That's why
Daniel Tice has been really strong. He's been balling. Like Daniel Tice has been really balling. They get Gordon Hayward back too. He's going to be back strong. So, well, I don't know how strong, but he'll be back.
So Denver is hold on. Denver's a small team. If they can't stop AD, it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep. LeBron only had 15 and Denver still got steamrolled. But it's also like I said before, I felt like that even though they scored 38 points, that foul trouble really kind of took them out of the game because they couldn't be aggressive on defense. And then they also turned the ball over. So if you can't be aggressive on defense, that's gonna hurt. The Lakers are gonna get what they want. And the funny thing is, like D said, a lot of the stats kind of really offset. It's just you got things like the second quarter, you got things like the turnovers, those little things here and there. Because if you look at they were under 50% because, as D was mentioning, they were pretty much shooting 50% the entire bubble up until game 1. So little things that they gotta obviously change and get better at. Shout out to General E Love, man. Don't know, he just put Gorilla. I don't know why. G Money says I think Denver gets game 2. No, if AD doesn't win Finals MVP, then yeah, because it makes me think of KD and Golden State, and that's my opinion, and I stand by that. Shout out to Yosas, appreciate you coming through. Hope everything is good with you. G Money says Howard looked like prime Howard tonight. Dwight Howard's been great all season. The athleticism, the bounce, he looks in incredible shape. I feel like he's in the best shape of his career, me personally, because he's not big, bulky shoulders, Dwight Howard. It's like he's still strong, but he looks lean. And it's helped him avoid injuries too. And he's been able to reinvent himself, take a lesser role, and he's impacted the Lakers, which is why I said that he has been a big reason. He's been a big reason why the Lakers are, had the number 1 seed. Exactly, Jay. Getting Rajon Rondo back was huge too. They don't understand that. Like you get that experience. Yeah. I agree with that, Jay. They're going to have to figure out how to beat that team with AD and LeBron. They're really going to have to figure out how to deal with those two. The question is, who do you guard? You guard LeBron, or do you try to focus your defense on Anthony Davis?
I think they should focus on Anthony Davis because I think they did a decent job on LeBron tonight. I mean, look at LeBron's stats. He's going to get his assists. We know LeBron's going to get his assists. But he had 6 rebounds and 15 points. So I don't know. I think they did a decent job on LeBron. LeBron is one of these players, bro. He ain't called the best player in the game. You might not agree with it, but he's definitely one of the best players in the game. You have that caliber of player, they're going to do what they're going to do. So I think you got to, knuckle down on Anthony Davis. What series was that? Not the Rockets, the Portland Trailblazers. You know, guys, when they were double teaming Anthony Davis, he tended to get flustered. He was turning the ball over. You know, you didn't see a lot of double teaming on him tonight. You got to give it to Mike Malone, right? And I'll tell you why. Adjustment. When you see a team go back-to-back, 3-1 deficit and come out of that, that is coaching. You have to understand that. That's coaching. So Mike Malone's going to get in there. He's going to watch that film. He's going to make adjustments. And, guys, he's proven to be able to make adjustments because he does set an NBA record. I got to say this again. You got to keep remembering this. No team ever in the 73 years of this sport has gone down 3-1 twice in the playoffs and come back. No team's ever done that. And that's showing you coaching, the adjustments he can make. The film, that coaching staff is pretty excellent. So I believe that they're going to make some adjustments. You know, their rotations may be different. They may get Torrey Craig on the floor a little more in the next game for the defensive purposes, right? We'll see. We just have to see how the next game goes. Now, if we get another blowout, then, okay, I might begin to rethink the game 6. I'll tell you that. But I just got to see next game. Right now, I'm going to stick to 6. And G-Money, never say never. He just might win 4 out of 5. They just won 4 out of 4 2 times straight. So never say never. They basically swept. If you think about it, they basically swept the Utah Jazz and then turned around and swept the Clippers because they beat them 4 games straight. They beat both teams 4 games. Well, 3 games. I'm sorry, 3 games straight. 3 games straight. Right.
So they really 6-0 in the playoffs, man.
Right.
Yeah, I think if Denver is going to have a chance to win this series, they have to try to contain AD, but more importantly, they have to get out in transition. They were not really able to push the ball up the floor in transition in game 1. So they got to look to push the pace in game 2, try to get the Lakers tired. They didn't do that in game 1. So if they could get their legs under them for Sunday, because it is another quick turnaround because it's less than 48 hours. But hey, it's basketball. When you play long series, you don't get that kind of rest. So you just got to go back and go out there and just try to play through it, especially because sometimes you don't want too much of a rest because what happens is you don't look as crisp when you come back because of such a long layoff. And even some of the most simple plays become more difficult when you're not sharp and you come out flat. The Lakers came out flat defensively in the first quarter, but they made some adjustments from quarters 2 through 4, and you saw them pretty much blow them out. I mean, it finished as a 12-point game, but that's indicative, as D would say, of the score, because the Lakers' defense was really great pretty much the rest of the game after that first quarter, where they allowed 38 points. But like he mentioned about Mike Malone, it's going to be a matter of adjustments. So. And Mike Malone made adjustments after being down 3-1. He should have been out of the playoffs not once but twice. And here he is in the Western Conference Finals. So Joker also has the whole Nuggets team. Murray, Millsap, Jokic, they all got to stay. Michael Porter Jr., they all got to stay out of foul trouble. Because if you stay out of foul trouble, you can take more chances defensively. They're going to have to be a little bit more physical with the Lakers because their team is not bigger than LA, but they do have some size. So they're going to have to, I would say the physicality is going to have to really come from Mason Plumlee. When he comes off the bench, Jeremy Grant's going to have to be a little more physical on LeBron if they decide to put him on him. So just you want to come and you want to set the tone for the game. And the team who usually sets the tone is the team that usually wins the game. So it's always been like that.
And I think that Mike Malone should contemplate playing Torrey Craig more minutes. because his defensive effort, he can shoot the three ball. Like, he's not the greatest offensive player, but down on the low post, he can score and he can shoot the three ball. But his defense is what's key, you know. And the way Joker passes that ball, you know, he can find Torrey Craig for some open threes. So I think Mike Malone should contemplate giving Torrey Craig some more minutes. You know, bash up LeBron some. You know, bash up Anthony Davis with Mason Plumlee, like, you know. But I agree with Jay Jefferson. I agree with you, cousin. The damn, you know, it's going to be about AD. They're going to have to lock down AD, not LeBron James. LeBron James, look how many wide open shots he had. You know what LeBron James is going to do. He's going to kick the ball off. So offensively, I don't, you know, he can be a threat, but LeBron, he would rather, you know, get 20 assists. That's what he would rather do. I mean, let's be honest about it. LeBron James has never had that killer instinct like the Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant. He's never had that killer instinct. He's more willing to defer that ball than to be the guy to put the dagger in you. He'd rather somebody else stick you so he don't get in trouble with the law. But anyway, guys, let me shut this down over here. Everybody on the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk side, man, me and Lewis really appreciate you guys coming through. And, you know, we'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day, because Lewis and I, we're going to be running this playoffs for you guys. And I just said I'm going to shut it down, but you go ahead, Lewis. I'm just going to go shut it down. So, guys, appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all know I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Oh man, your boy. That's funny. Jay says Murray got 4 more points than his average versus the Lakers. 21 isn't 32, but it's better than 6. Hey man, it's a start. That's 15 more points than 6. So it is a start. Yeah, that's a fact. And Lakers came as Lakers had a -7 point spread. And it did go over 2. It went over 210, 210.5. So that's good. Yeah, look at this, guys. Check it out. And the thing is, despite the fact that Jokic was in foul trouble, in 25 minutes, he was 8 of 14 from the field, which tells you he plays more minutes. He's having a much more effective game, right? Jamal Murray was 7 out of 12 from the field, so he played well too. It's just Jeremy Grant was 3 out of 11. You can see here Gary Harris was 2 of 7. On the Lakers side, you got Caldwell Pope putting in 3 threes, was 6 of 10 from the field. You got Kyle Kuzma off the bench, 5 out of 8. Dwight Howard was 4 for 5. He started off 5 of 6, but he finished 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Markieff Morris hit 3 threes. So the Lakers bench was right there. Alex Caruso struggled, and you obviously have the dominance of Anthony Davis. Obviously, like I said, the Lakers are going to benefit cash money wise in terms of like the NBA is going to get the cash from them. I don't think the ratings are going to be as high for this Western Conference Finals had the Clippers not messed up. The amount of hype that would have gotten would have been crazy, but it didn't happen. So, but again, basketball is basketball. So we continue to provide that commentary. So G Money says the only team that can beat the Lakers, in his opinion, is the Miami Heat. That's going to be interesting because I love what Miami's doing. Remember, I know we talk about the Nuggets. They should have been a first round exit, but at least they were expected to be a playoff team. Who would have thought that Miami people thought that was going to be another rebuild situation. They didn't look like there was going to be a playoff team this year. Not only do they make the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, at one point they had one of the better records in the NBA, but they knocked off a good Pacers team if fully healthy because they missed Jeremy Lamb, they missed Oladipo was not 100%, and they lost Sabonis with the knee injury. So those are 3 key pieces right there. Then you beat the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks, all the hype that they got. And Giannis was gone, and Giannis already had lost the first 3 games with him in the lineup. So you knock off him, and now you're up 2-0 against the Boston Celtics, the team that was predicted to be picked to beat you guys in a 7-game playoff series. Now, Boston's got to win Game 3 to stay alive. If Boston loses it, Game 3, like my girl Layla says, it's over. It is over. Over, ladies and gentlemen. It is over.
So, yeah, I agree with that, man. They can't afford to drop this next game. If they do that, it's a wrap. So it's over with. Because the Boston is good, but you know, we've had all the Cinderella stories we're gonna have for this playoff. It's not gonna be any 3-0 comeback.
The Clippers were stupid because they built their team to beat the Lakers, overlooking some of these other basketball teams. And you saw what happened with the Denver Nuggets. They took them out after trailing 3-1. Kawhi's legacy took a hit. The question is, how does he bounce back? Paul George has not bounced back in 3 of the last 4 postseasons, so how does he bounce back? And I was just gonna say that they need to get rid of Doc Rivers. And the reason I say that is because, like I mentioned in the Clippers video, for people who weren't here, go check that out. Doc Rivers has had so many opportunities in his career. This is his 20th season coaching. And 6 times Doc Rivers has had major leads in a playoff series and lost all of them. 3-1 3 times, lost them all. Had a 3-2 lead 3 different times, lost them all. And the thing was, the Clippers is much worse considering what they gave up to get Paul George, how much hype they got going into this season. You got Steve Ballmer, you got Jerry West. It felt like the entire culture, everything was culminating, and everybody had picked the Clippers to win. But a lot of things happened right before the pandemic. Even when we came back, a lot of things were happening during the pandemic. The Clippers wanted to go home because they no longer wanted to be a part of the bubble after a boycott was done. And they're gone. And the thing is, and it's like what Jermaine said. Check it out, D. You build a team to go against another team thinking you're going to get there, but you didn't even make it there. So you can't use something if you couldn't make it. So, well, it almost was like, what was the point?
Yeah, I agree with that, Jermaine. I agree with that. And again, bro, and this is why I hear people arguing and, saying slow down with Doc Rivers, but I agree with Lewis on this, man. Gotta go. Listen, guys, I don't know what's wrong with people. Gotta understand something. Coaching and basketball and football especially, that's the most volatile job in those 2 sports. That is the most volatile job in those 2 sports. You look at coaching in like UFC or boxing, the coaches and trainers. No, these guys kind of stick with them. Even in baseball, those managers in baseball lose baseball. It ain't as easy as to lose their jobs in baseball. But coaching in basketball and football, man, they'll lose those jobs in the blink of an eye. Look what they did to Mark Jackson after he brought that team to another level. But they just felt like he couldn't get them over the hump. And it may have been true, right? Coaching is not something that this league plays around with. So Doc Rivers got to hit the road. He'll get picked up. He's Doc Rivers. Trust and believe he'll get picked up by another team. But he's got to get the hell out of LA. That's for sure.
It's like I said before, when I look at this Clippers team, they lack leadership. So they need a playmaker, obviously, because he turned Kawhi Leonard and Paul George into something they're not. And you're forcing players who score and who are supposed to defend into playmakers. And it's like, that's not what they're best at. They can help move the ball. It's called getting the hockey assist. They don't have to have the ball in their hands dominating just to get an assist. They don't need that. The hockey assists are much more effective than a regular assist, unless if you also show the ability to share that basketball. So that's why I say that for Doc to try to turn Kawhi and Paul George into more playmakers when it's like that's not really who they are, it made no sense. So they need to get a legit playmaker coming off the offseason who playmakes. And guys, remember this too. The reason why it's an epic collapse is they gave up 5 first-round picks, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari, to the OKC Thunder just to get one guy. And that one guy proved why he is way off P once again in the playoffs. 3 times in 4 years in an elimination game, he has shot the ball horrendously. And then considering the fact that he made an excuse after the game, which is why I got on Paul George's neck. So let me just show you right here. I got a little picture for you guys. You guys know what picture I'm talking about. And when you see it, you're going to see it like this. Check that out. That's the jersey that now all those Clipper players are wearing because as a collective unit, y'all blew a 3-1 lead. I don't know. See, Paul George is standing right in between me and D because he doesn't want us talking more about him. But the thing is, you're wearing a 3-1 jersey, so I kind of have to talk about you because you and your Clippers, you blew it. You blew it. You blew it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you blew it, bro.
So ain't no complaints, man. I mean, and I just didn't like that he said it wasn't a championship or bust season because we didn't have chemistry. I said y'all didn't have chemistry in the season when y'all started to build it. COVID happened. But at the end of the day, I can't excuse you for that because at least Lou Will was man enough to take the loss. But Paul George has always got an excuse for everything, and that's why I said that he's not a superstar because he's hidden behind players when he knows he can't get the job done in big games to think that he's not going to shoulder any blame. Look at Russell Westbrook. He gets blamed to this day, and he played with Russell Westbrook. Well, who was going to take the blame? Russ, because Russ is his own worst critic. And Paul George thought to himself, as long as I stay with him, I can go along with my narrative. And look what he just did with Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. They just blew a 3-1 lead. He sucked ass. And yet he's coming and saying it wasn't a championship or bust season. So why the hell did the media make such a big deal about you guys and the culture that you guys established when you guys got together? And that's when Paul George gets exposed. And I hate to say this. If I'm the Clippers, that was a big mistake getting Paul George, knowing that he was going to end up as being way off P again. And then listening to his mentality, he's not a championship player. That's what Paul George is showing me. He's not a championship player. Sure, he's good. He's a very good defender, one of the best in the league. Last year was third in MVP voting, so it shows you that he's capable of playing at a high level. But that's the thing. And I know D is going to agree with me. In the playoffs, right, guys, your play is supposed to elevate from the regular season. It's not supposed to either stay the same or it's not supposed to get worse.
Exactly.
If it gets worse, something you're not doing is causing these performances as to why teams are playing you a certain way and you can't be consistent. Your play is supposed to elevate in the playoffs. LeBron's play elevates in the playoffs. I'm going to use him as an example because I know that, I've always, there's things that I always say about LeBron that I don't like, but I keep it 100 with him. When it comes to the playoffs, he comes and balls out. Did anybody ever have to tell Michael Jordan about, the playoffs are coming? You're going to have to start playing your best ball. No, Michael knows what time it is. LeBron knows what time it is. But Paul George, for some reason, I'm no James Harden. Dude, James Harden was, and listen, I say my stuff about James Harden. I can't stand the way he plays. But in this bubble, at the very least, he was way more efficient than you ever was. So you can't sit here talking about, I'm no James Harden. And that's another thing that Paul George needs to cut out. He needs to stop responding to people and start worrying about his own play. Because I noticed that he gets distracted and worries about them. And guess what? It's because now he's got anxiety issues. He's had some mental health stuff. And I'm like, oh, that Paul George is something, man. I'll tell you. That's right, Jeff. Boy George. That's right. Come on. That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right. Next year, cap goes down. They don't have the money, and they need to resign some pieces. Yeah, man, it's going to be difficult. You know, the crazy part is that everybody's talked about, you know, LeBron and what happens next year. But we also got to talk about the Clippers, too, because they're in that same Western Conference that the Lakers are in. So things are not going to get easier for them neither. Remember what they traded to get Paul George. So even if they come back next year, we got to think about the coaching. We got to think about what players can they bring in to fill some holes, because if you look at what the Mavericks and what the Denver Nuggets did, they exposed a lot of flaws with the Clippers, even though they looked like they was a well put together basketball team. They got some glaring holes that they got to address. And more importantly, though, your two best players have to take accountability and become leaders, or else they're going to have to need a leader to come on that basketball team, because they're not a mentally tough team. They had a lot of people fooled. They had me fooled. So
They had me fooled. I'm telling you, man, I'm sorry, bro. Because look, even Lewis, you remember, even when we were talking about Lakers Clippers, I said, man, I don't care about why I think the Lakers get them. If it would have came down to that, you know, I was saying Freddie. Freddie knows I was on Freddie's side because me and him was talking shit that he knows in sports, and I was like, no, I think the Lakers beat the Clippers. I honestly was not fooled by the Clippers, and you know for sure, Lewis, I picked the Nuggets to beat the Clippers, even when they were down, guys, 2-1. Now, not 3-1. I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think that they would come back from a 3-1 deficit. I won't lie, but when they were down 2-1, I was telling people, relax. Denver's gonna come back. So it was a surprise that they did that second 3-1 deal, right? But I just wasn't convinced. I just was not convinced of the Clippers. And one thing that was most important to me is I've never seen, I cannot say that I've ever seen during the playoffs, besides Kawhi Leonard, a superstar player on load management. That was one of my biggest things that I was like, I don't think that they're going to do it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Greg Popovich, all you guys that don't know, he started this whole load management scene. He started this stuff, right? With Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Ginobili and those guys when they used to get older. It was Greg Popovich who brought this element into the game. Because back in the day, it was play. If you can walk, you can play. That was it, right? And so when Kawhi Leonard pops with this degenerative knee issue and all of that, I was like, man, I'm just not sure that they can get through, you know, some of these bigger teams with their best player being on restricted minutes. You know, it's like, if you guys think about it, it's like your best player getting in foul trouble every game. That's basically what we're talking about here, right? It's like your best player getting into foul trouble every game where he has to sit on the bench for an extended period of time. And I knew that Paul George, let's remember Paul George in Indiana. Let's remember Paul George in OKC. He was never that guy that was going to take your team to the glory. He never was. He's never proven to be that guy. And so when you have the guy that can take your team to that glory, but he's in foul trouble every game. And he wasn't in foul trouble every game, but that's the amount of minutes that he was going to be playing. I was never confident in that team.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, you gotta know I love you guys because I get up at 5:30 and 6 But me and Lewis rock out till midnight, and we're going to do it all the rest of this season. So for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace out, my brother Lewis. Peace out to the chat. Jay Jefferson, cousin. Peace out, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man. So from the Lewis Sports Network, appreciate you guys being here. That was my man D Jeff. Make sure to continue to like the videos, continue to subscribe to the channel, continue to share on your social medias. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Get some rest. We'll be back on it tomorrow with Miami Heat, Boston Celtics Game 3. So make sure you guys pull up for that. So from the Lewis Sports Network, I always tell you guys once again, we chat together, we stream together, family for life. Shout out to my man Kid Glory, a.k.a. Ralph. If you're out there, hopefully everything is good with you. Shout out to Layla. Appreciate you, and shout out to Ryan. Anyway, guys, bless up, live, laugh, love. I will see you guys on the next one. And Lewis Sports Network says, and I'm gone.
That's skied out to center field. Towering shot. A.J. Pollock going back. That is gone. Big fly for Mike Trout. 2-0 Angels here in the first. Going back to getting a mistake. Breaking ball. Got it. Trout. Dead center field. Right.
Manning's going to run. He cuts back at the one time for the goal line. Touchdown, Eli Manning.
On second and 4. Manning takes off. He's inside the 5 to the end zone. Dive. Touchdown. Away 1-on-2 behind the back. Switch throw. Oh, what a pass to Anderson.
Hardaway. Oh, beautiful dish. Grant with the jam.
The elevation now. Michael's had 2 shots blocked tonight. Penny Hardaway goes up, makes the move. He sees Horace coming here.